Okay everyone, welcome to my channel, and in the video tutorial I would like to talk about how to start learning ASP.NET. And ASP.NET is one of web platform development that developed by Microsoft Corporation, and you can create modern web platform with the ASP.NET. And in this video I would like to introduce the ASP.NET tutorial for beginner. Now we go to Visual Studio 2022 in order to create the projects. The first project that you will get started, or you get started as a beginners of learning web development in ASP.NET course. And now I can choose in the right place. I can choose create new project in Visual Studio. After that, you can choose any language, program language that you can use with ASP.NET. So I will use C# programming language, and I will choose the platform Windows, and I can choose the webs. Okay, now in the platform of webs project, you can see the ASP.NET Core Web API, ASP.NET Core Web Application. Okay, but now I want to introduce in ASP.NET Core Web model view controller. That is a modern design pattern that we will use in learning ASP.NET course web application, that we will use modern view and controller. Okay, now I can click this templates and I click next. I can show you name of project. Example, I can see e-commerce webs application, and now I can choose the directories or the location, path location that we will store our web project. I can select this folder in this and solution name like this. So now after that we click next, and we can choose a .NET framework, because .NET framework is very special for your application. And you can choose either the .NET 8 or .NET 9, but we will choose what the long-term support. Now we can choose .NET 8. Authentication type we choose none, because we want to start with without authentication. And now you can click create project. Okay, now a project is creating, and you can waiting for after it create the complete project in order to develop or edit the project. Now project has been created, and you can see you can go to views and solution explorer in order to see directory or project of ASP.NET website. Okay, in the directories, first you need to know about each directory that we would like to use in the web project. Connection service. First, connection service is used for create a connection string, or especially we can connect store the connections, make a connection string that can connect to database. And dependency, we can on the package that we use, like the .NET frameworks, like the framework library, or the package that we use in the web project. When we store, it will be stored in the dependency directory. Now property is contain all the JSON file. such as the connection string, such as the schema or project, or any information that is relevant to the project. It's stored as a JSON file that locates or stored in the property directory. W3 rules. The W3 rule is contain all the assets that we can use it in our website project, such as the CSS file, JavaScript, or library that contain Bootstrap or jQuery. Okay, any file that relate to CSS or JavaScript or Bootstrap, or we can call it asset that is stored in the directory W3 rule. And then in that is special is controller, models, and view. Controller in ASP.NET is represent for the action that it make interact between the model and view, because it controls some action such as client request web action, request action to controller, and controller make request to the server, and then it will respond to controller, and controller will respond to client or user as a view. It render as a view. Model is a class, C# class, or it a class that represent the data that is relevant to the table that's stored in the database. We can store a model that represent the table in the database that working as a present or as a instance of database table. And view is a file that combine between C# program with HTML that it combined to be layouts, to render layout to the client or browser. So it called view, because view is a structure that a client can see in the browser, and view it make a response to the user when the user make a request to the controller, and it will return as a render as a layout to use. And application JSON is a contain some configuration section, such as a connection string or any connection or any configuration. Program.cs is a config file that we use to such as add any dependency or any configuration or dependencies. Okay, now this is introduced to what we introduced to how to start a project in ASP.NET Core web application. And in the video, we will start to do anything with our website in ASP.NET Core that we will work in controller model views. Okay, please see you next video. Subscribe my channel to be get more video relevant to this tutorial about ASP.NET Core. Thank you.